When a player walks out of the tunnel to booze online and headlines questioning the decision to sign him, most people expect nerves, tentativeness, maybe a quiet debut. What happened at the Emirates today was the opposite. Noni Madu walked into the spotlight and refused to hide. Arsenal hammered Nottingham Forest 3-0 in a game that should worry anyone who thought the club had misjudged its summer window. And at the heart of that shift was Madueke, not because he scored, but because of the way he played, fearless, energetic, creative and repeatedly willing to try things that unsettled defenders and excited the crowd. The narrative that trailed him since the transfer, the online backlash, the Anota Madueke threads, the doubts about whether he would fit Arsenal's identity, met its turning point when the Emirates rose to applaud him as he left the pitch chanting his name. That change didn't happen by accident. Mikel Arteta, speaking after the match, didn't deliver a diplomatic soundbite. He used words that cut straight to the core of why the manager trusted the signing. Courage, quality, and a player who, when confronted by criticism, said he'd go for it and wear the shirt with pride. That anecdote about Madueke literally blowing away the noise and telling Arteta he couldn't wait to put the shirt on is a tiny detail that reveals a bigger truth about modern signings. Confidence and mentality matter as much as technical skill. On the pitch, Madueke's movement opened spaces for teammates. His willingness to repeat sprints and press showed the physical attributes Arteta loves. And his unpredictability created opportunities that helped Martin Zubimendi and Victor Gyökeres flourish in a balanced Arsenal display. But the emotional arc is what will stick in fans' minds. The same social feeds that lampooned the deal now have to contend with footage of those same fans giving him a standing ovation. That reversal matters because it changes expectations. It signals that a player who was once a punchline can become part of the solution, especially in a squad that needs depth with names like Bukayo Saka sidelined. Looking ahead, the timing could not be better. Arsenal have big games on the horizon, including Champions League nights where personality and bravery are often the difference between an early exit and a memorable run. Madueke's performance today was not a one-off party trick. It was the kind of consistent, high-effort showing that gives a manager tactical options and gives a team the breathing room to rotate without collapsing. There will always be critics, and transfer debates never truly die. But what we saw was a clear example of how a player can change public perception through action rather than argument. The standing ovation was more than applause for a good shift. It was a public retraction of the earlier chorus of doubt, a small social media mea culpa played out in front of 60,000 people. For Arteta, for the dressing room, and for the supporters, that kind of buy-in matters. A club is not built on headlines, it's built on moments like this where risk becomes reward, where a manager's faith is vindicated, and where a player's confidence translates into team strength. If Madueke continues to show this blend of skill, attitude and appetite to learn, the smiles, the attempts, the quick recoveries when something goes wrong, then this signing will be remembered not for the noise it created, but for how quickly it helped Arsenal move forward. Tonight the message was loud and simple. Don't count players out because of tweets, watch them play and then decide.